reading from book the first of Jack and Bill and the Fogrant Amulet by the brothers Grime. That's John Hussey and myself. This derives from a poem, the first Jack and Bill poem we first started writing 40 years ago in 1979 in maths lessons. In fifth year, we would write a verse each underneath our desks while Dr. Puritz, our maths teacher, was stood facing the board, writing on the board, and we would pass the verses back and forward between ourselves. And this grew and grew and grew, and I think we started writing Jack and Bill and the Fogrant Amulet in 2004. About 3 years ago, Peter Mortimer spotted the greatness of this, and he told us, I want to publish it. I'm going to publish it. We learned recently in an article in the News Guardian, well, it was news to me, that Peter had spent the past 2 years helping us edit this work. So we'd like to offer our most sincere thanks to Peter for all his hard work, and to tell you that when it started off, it was quite a clean poem. It's he who added all the filth. Anyway, we are very kindly joined today by Tracy, who will be reading the part of Kitty Flaps, the heroine. Well, she's not exactly the heroine of the poem, but one of the central characters. There are, I should add, copies for sale at the back. Today they're going for £5 each, normally priced £8. You can get them on Amazon for as cheap as £4. Anyway, here we are, Jack and Bill and the Fogrant Amulet. Book the first, Such Gossip Amongst the Rooks. Part 1. Our heroes, Jack and Bill, are charged with a mission for the King of Cloudland. A bustling throng in Cobblerswood had gathered for this special day. They'd come, the old, the young, the good, to see him as he passed this way. They stood outside their little houses, chaps in shirts for best smart trousers. Ladies wore their brightest blouses. All was grand. Hip, hip, hooray. Long live the king, a small girl cried. Long may he reign, the crowd replied. Over us all, a fat man said. Yes, they agreed, nodding their heads. In 3 pickpockets stopped to cheer as the golden coach comes rumbling near. They waved a wallet, watch and trust. King Wobbly Nobble's one of us. The king was on his annual tour around the Cloudland nation to reap his tax of coin and grain and love and adulation. His fawning subjects thought him great. A glance made worthwhile 3 hours' wait. He gave a condescending smile, waved a damp hand a little while, flicked bogies at the upturned faces, sordid, yet with airs and graces. Some village folks on hands and knees to collect these lumps of dried up sneeze, for baubles from the royal snout are prized as heirlooms hereabouts. A shabby voice from up above urged, quick, stoop down and get one, love. The oik swayed on his shouldery perch, unbalanced as the giant lurched, pushed down a lady with a hat on. Sorry, miss, I'm having that one. Too late, those giant fingers reach, a milkman nabs the snot. The fallen jockey kicks his steed Oh, belly, you 10-foot clot! He showers ineffectual blows upon the bending ogre's nose. I wanted that one for myself, to show off on the dresser's shelf. With unkempt air and bulbous nose, insolent glare, 11 toes, of meagre height, a sullen git, young Jack gets by on his half-wits. The giant soldier, with a paunch, but loyal, steadfast, stupid, staunch, receding hair with several chins, a beard for keeping breakfast in, deep-set eyes with heavy features, breath disgusting like a teacher's. The royal coach it floats away along the crowd-lined road, an ingot passing down a sewer, it bears its precious load. Jack remounts the giant's shoulders, grabs the reins of that coarse beard. Let's go do a bit of dogging. Cleaning, ladies, nothing weird. They turn to meet the pressing swarm that's heading from village square, get quite caught up, carried along, then hear a voice call, "Oi, you there!" A hawkish eye, a wolfish grin, a cracked and warty toadish skin, a cloak as dark as wing of raven. Cried Jack, "It's Wizard Dave!" And so it was, this bestial potion stewing neath a pointy hat was wizard to the court of Cloudland, bearded like a widow's twat. "Psst!" called the wizard. "Quickly, lads!" He beckoned to a darkened corner, gestured to stuff full bag. "This'll satisfy your boner. How'd you like gestured to a stuff full of bags. "What's it now?" asked Jack the moaner. "How'd you like some dirty mags? This'll satisfy your boner." He rolled the top of the bag down, bit by bit. Like an oily foreskin, back it went, revealing just a hint of tit. Jack jumped for joy. "My favourite mag! Brawny bird or man in drag!" His hand slipped in and touched it, but the wizard slammed the opening shut. "Before you get this treasured smut, I've got a little job for you. It's quite straightforward, as you'll see. A little delivery. It's just some old jewellery. A simple thing to do. I must away with good King Wob. For court wizards a full-time job. Get yourself to Fogrant Town. Go past the stocks, the nose and crown, and deep into the wise man quarter. Through that square where goats are slaughtered. Turn at the gents' laves. Please don't tarry. Quick, to the shop of Fleabag Barry. I want you to collect a thing of highest value to the king. A glittering trinket that was made long ago by the fecal maid. A bracelet wrought from her gold hair that back in time was stole from her. Jack huffs and puffs and shifts his feet, but all the while his trouser meat distracts with thoughts of other stuff. "We'll do it, Dave. That's fair enough." He makes to grab the wizard's stash, so keen to give his tool a bash. But Dave says, "Boys, I want them back, and don't go cutting out the cracks." Who could have guessed? Who could have known Jack's thought of spending time alone? Himself, these mags, his throbbing bone would lead to so much trouble and consequences for the throne of the wobbling novel.
Part 2. An unwitting threat sits waiting. No cosmic sign had warned the world, no changeling had appeared, no empire crumbled, scroll unfurled, no evil sorcerer cheered, no lightning flash, no thunderclaps, no kingdom torn by bloody slaughter, the day that Mrs. Dotty Flaps first set eyes on her titless daughter. She passed unnoticed like a mouse with her mum and dad in their little house. Yet sat, framed in a poster for thrusting by the sea,
I hate that place. I hate that place. It brings back memories.
How could they have the girl have guessed she was a lock without a key, a chosen one, an eldritch, worse than any hag or harpy, termagant or witch, hex or banshee, evil crone, or gonk